So we all know Puppet's going to drop on May 30th, and I'm going to try to predict her abilities before she comes out. Starting off with the price, I believe she might be 8k, maybe 10k, around that range. I'm pretty sure Ennard was like 6,000, so 8k seems pretty reasonable. At least I hope Ennard was 6,000, I don't remember. And I think they're going to make Puppet the first like actual stealth killer. I'm not counting Mimic stealth mode. Use anything but a stealth killer. Her basic swing ability will probably only do 25-ish damage. I don't think she'll swing as hard as an axe swing, or as hard as Ennard would. And I think she would be as fast as stealth mode Mimic. Maybe a little slower. But here's the most important thing. Are they gonna make her run or float? I'm hoping they're gonna make her run, because in Help Wanted, the way they made her move was really funny. But I don't mind if they make her floating. If she's floating, that means no footsteps. Her terror radius, which if you don't know is the music around the character, should be smaller to really make her a stealth killer. She'll probably get a passive ability, so here's my two ideas for it. The first one is spinning the music box. Here's what I mean by that. Every player has their own music box that they must wind over time. If they don't and let it run out, then they'll be highlighted. Or, here's my second version. There's a music box somewhere on the map that has to be winded, otherwise every player will get highlighted. Winding it completely should be pretty short, maybe about 5 seconds or so. Or it could be a minigame, like pulling the generator but spinning it instead. Let's talk about the ability concepts I made. I tried making these abilities feel like they'll fit into Bite by Night, based off the current 3 killers we have. And I also took most of my inspiration from the FNAF 2 movie, because like that's the only media where she does anything in. So first of all, her first ability is the basic swing. I already said the damage in the very beginning, and that is an ability that counts towards the 3. Her second ability though would be Blackout. Let me explain. So Puppet does a cool animation, I guess, while all the lights on whatever map is taking place starts flickering before all of them turn off, and the blindness effect is given to every player. The blindness will last as long as the Blackout does, to really get that, darkness effect that a Blackout gives, and the Blackout will last at maximum 7 seconds, but it could be ended early by the Puppet if she attacks during it or if she gets stunned. During a Blackout, Puppet is given a speed buff and every player is highlighted, and if she isn't floating, then she will start floating. And her terror radius will be replaced with her music box that gets faster the longer the Blackout lasts. During a Blackout, the Puppet's basic swing gets swapped with a new move, and I have 2 versions of this ability, so 2A I guess. Jumpscare. She'll leap forward and anyone hit by it gets knocked back and ragdolled. This move can be counted and or missed. If either of those two happen, it will end the Blackout early. If it lands, it will do no damage, but the players that got hit by it will get hit by a bunch of debuffs like slowness and weakness for a couple seconds. She will also have an animation of her laughing at you, because I think that'd be pretty funny. And also, to be fair, so you don't immediately get smacked with a double hit. This move pretty much just initiates a chase. And the second version of Jumpscare is basically imagine everything I said, but replaced with an animation instead. So, if Puppet lands her leap on someone, imagine like Springtrap's charge when he hits someone, it plays low animation of him screaming. She grabs you instead and jumpscares you before dropping you and laughing. It'll be all animated this time, so this time, you can land a double hit. Now that I think about it, this is literally just Springtrap scream into charge. Ability 3, Body Steal. Now this is where the move inspiration starts. This move will probably be either a close range lunge or another charge type ability like Springtrap's charge. If it's a grab, then the Puppet does a short lunge, like Ennard's stab does, but we'll go farther. She could miss this and hit a wall. Or, if it lands, a cool animation plays of the Puppet entering the survivor's body through their chest, before their arms and legs get replaced with the Puppet's. Same goes with that charge version I thought of. It's just that one will feel more like Springtrap's charge, but the Puppet will be twirling around floating in the sky, and it'll probably be harder to steer, to differentiate her charge and Springtrap's charge. Once this ability lands, then you'll be possessing a survivor, sort of like Ennard's Body Steal, but they're alive. There will be a timer for how long you can stay in a survivor. It'll probably be about 20 seconds or so, and the timer can only be shortened with stun abilities. You'll also gain a new set of moves, and also, you'll start floating, kinda like how Abby did in the movie. The new moves while in a survivor are number 1, Spirit Dash. Imagine Melody's 3 dashes from Brawl Stars if you've ever played that game. Except shorter, because she goes pretty far in that game. Pretty much you can dash up to 3 times, and it will only go on cooldown when you use the 3rd dash. If you dash into someone, it will deal maybe 15 damage, and it'll ragdoll them. You can also dash into a ragdoll person for more damage, but don't forget, ragdoll survivors in this game get a damage reduction. Her second ability will be called Strangle. That scene from the movie where she's holding Vanessa? Yeah, pretty much that. Except for, instead of being on the ceiling, this grab will be on the ground. If you land it, you'll wrap yourself around a survivor dealing 10 damage every 2 seconds you stay on them, and you'll release them after the survivor completes a minigame. You are also able to move them wherever you want, but not very fast. You'll move as fast as Mimic's walk speed. The trapped survivor can escape by playing a minigame, or be saved by another survivor if you get stunned. I'm kinda thinking like 2011 Axe's grab from Outcome Memories with this attack. Alright, her third ability is called Body Eject, where you eject yourself out of the survivor you're in, dealing 30 damage or more to them, and ragdolling anybody nearby. And here's something neat that could come with a Body Steal. Since you're inside someone and they're still alive, if they get stunned by, say, an X-Wing from a fighter, then they're gonna take damage from it, since it's, their body after all. With that, those are my predicted abilities for the puppet. Did I get any of them correct? Probably not, to be honest, but we'll find out when she comes out on the 30th. If you want my honest opinion, I think the only ability here that has a real chance of being in-game is Body Snatch. I don't know where this info came from, but I'm pretty sure somebody said that they're basing Puppet off the FNAF 2 movie. And if that's true, that's like the only thing she does other than control the toys and wizard animatronics. The only reason I didn't put the toys or wizards as an ability was because I couldn't think of how they could work in-game. Maybe someone more creative than me can figure it out. If you have an idea, drop it in the comments. I also thought about the music box as an ability for Puppet. That seems pretty popular in many concepts, but for me it doesn't really make that much sense, because that's like her whole counter. In the games and in the movies, especially in the movies, that's like her kryptonite. Having a move where she uses it as a trap or something doesn't really make sense to me, so I didn't use it for a move. I also wanted to use the gift life thing Puppet does, giving life to the dead kids via the animatronics. But the survivors aren't living, they're robots. They ain't got no soul to stuff a Freddy suit into. So I didn't make that an ability either. But if you got a cool concept with all these things that I choose not to use, drop a comment about it. That might even be a move she has in the game. Or if you just want to critique my moveset, go for it, I read my comments. Till then though, that's all I got. See ya.